what really triggered my walk away was that border situation, right? That was something I had personal experience with that I knew was a lie. So that was what it was like for me to start to change, right? It was like I just started seeing the lies and the hypocrisy in certain things. But that's usually what it takes for somebody to get engaged and to care about something, is for them to have some kind of a personal experience. And normally it's them being influenced by the culture. You know, you started to mention it. Our culture, Andrew Breitbart said politics is downstream from culture.
Right.
And I really do believe that's true. And the evidence of it is that, you know, they took, the left took 50 years to convince everybody that abortion was fine, even up to the point of birth. And now they're passing laws like putting it in the Constitution and doing a bunch of crazy stuff. So that is the proof of it, right? We've watched it happen. And so what the right does very badly is culture. You know, the Christian movies are boring and lame. Republican movies are often really on the nose. And they have so much exposition, and it's just not entertaining or fun to watch, because what people don't understand when you create content like that is you're telling your audience that you think they're stupid.
Right.
Because I think you're too stupid to get the message, so I'm just going to spell it out for you really blatantly. And that's, you know, this is stuff I've learned. My husband is a filmmaker, so I've been working with him for years on writing and producing and creating culture, creating content. And it's like, okay, what works? What hits people? How do we trigger their emotions to start looking into these things? What is it that will move people off of the needle? How do we respect our viewers and respect our voters in a way that encourages them to go out and be bold and share conservative values and share conservative messages? Are we training people how to talk? Are we teaching them to use rhetoric that is that isn't going to freak people out? Or are we just saying baby killers and screw you and F you and rah, 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 you know, like turning people off? So we want to have a program of attraction rather than promotion. And I think that you're really starting to see that. Like I love your pitch meeting for the
skits.
And we make comedic skits on Generally Irritable. We just did a really stupid one about potholes. I shot it and edited it in a day. We literally have had a pothole at the end of our road for 3 years. Okay.
And the government can't solve it.
Literally.
We can send $100 billion to Ukraine, but we can't fix the pothole.
We can secure the border of Ukraine, but we can't secure Vermont's border or the southern border or anything else.
But even something like that is more like, it's not you're presenting a fact about how many, it's like, that's something that's like somebody goes, yeah, I hit that pothole every time I drive, and I'd never thought about the fact that our government is, you know, building a new, transgender hospital wing, but they can't fill in my pothole. It needs to be people's personal lives. You need to, explain to people how this is working. And God love him. I love Dinesh D'Souza. He's a good guy. Nobody's ever been convinced by a documentary. I don't know how to tell you this. Unless it's an Alex Jones documentary, unless it's like,
Return of the Frogs game.
Yeah, unless it's like Endgame, unless it's like an Alex Jones documentary that's like presenting you with all this crazy information that you never heard before. But even Alex Jones, like, you think Alex Jones got to where he is now because he was a dry, staid, here are the facts? No, he's entertaining. He's compelling. It's about the humanity that he exudes that draws people in. It's the sugar that helps the medicine go down. You need that.
The authenticity really is what it is. And a lot of conservatives in media lack authenticity. We think that we have to be these perfect automatons who are just like, I am perfect and I have never done anything wrong, so I don't offend the Christians, and it's like, it's not gonna work.
It's not real.
It's not real. And I'm a Christian and I don't buy that crap either. I don't want to see that. That's why during my campaign, I got told not to talk about any of the warts in my past, basically. Just don't talk about it. Don't talk about any of that
Pretend
stuff.
It's not real, yeah.
Right. And I knew that was bad advice, because Americans right now want to see real people doing real things who can actually help them. So, I talked about the fact that I am 13 years sober this year. I talked about the fact that I had an abortion in my 20s and how much I regret it. I talked about all of the things that Americans are talking about around their dinner table and trying to wrestle with, to let them know that I have the experience, but also that we really are all wrestling with this. Nobody's perfect. Nobody has it all figured out.